Dan dan dan. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm very happy. So today I want to talk with you about special topic. Are you ready? Let's go.
Talking about your interests. Hello, everyone. Today, let's talk about how to speak English. Speaking English may seem hard at first, but you will improve with practice. Start with simple words and sentences. Don't worry about mistakes. They are part of learning. The important thing is to try. When you speak to someone, smile. Smiling shows you are friendly and helps you feel relaxed. It also makes the other person feel comfortable. Being polite is important. When you meet someone, say hello or hi to start. After that, you can ask, "How are you?" It's a nice way to show you care. They might answer, "I'm fine, thank you," or "I'm good." You can reply with, "And you?" to ask how they feel too. If you want to keep talking, ask easy questions. For example, "What's your name?" or "Where are you from?" These help you learn about the other person. Another question is, "What do you do?" This means asking about their job or studies. You might hear, "I am a student," or "I work in a store." You can then ask, "Do you like your job?" or "What do you study?" These questions help you talk more. When someone asks you a question, answer with a short sentence. For example, if they ask, "Where are you from?" you can say, "I'm from Japan," or "I'm from Brazil." After that, you can ask them the same question. "And you? Where are you from?" Talking about the weather is another good way to chat. You can say, "It's a nice day," or "It's cold today." The other person might agree, and you can talk more. You can also share your hobbies. For example, "I like music," or "I like soccer." If they like the same thing, you can ask, "What music do you like?" or "Do you play soccer?" Listening is important too. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask them to repeat. You can say, "Can you say that again?" or "Sorry, I didn't understand." You don't need to use hard words. Keep it simple. If you don't know the word for delicious, you can say, "The food is very good." People will understand you. Sometimes there will be silence in a conversation. That's okay. It gives you time to think. Take your time and don't rush. To end a conversation, you can say, "It was nice talking to you," or "I have to go now." You can also say, "See you later," or "Goodbye." It's important to practice speaking English. The more you practice, the easier it gets. You can practice with others who are learning English too. Listen to English songs or watch videos to help you. You can hear how words are said and try them yourself. Even if you don't know many words, you can still talk. Start with what you know and learn more as you practice. Don't worry if you feel nervous. Everyone feels that way when learning something new. Keep trying, and you will improve. Speaking English is about communication, not perfection. People will understand you and appreciate your effort. Be patient and keep practicing. Over time, you will get better at speaking English. Chapter 2. When you speak to someone, asking questions is a great way to keep the conversation going. It shows that you are interested in what they are saying. Asking simple questions makes it easier to talk. Start with easy questions like, "What do you like to do?" or "What's your favorite food?" These are questions that everyone can answer. For example, if you ask, "What do you like to do?" the other person might say, "I like to watch movies," or "I like to read books." After they answer, you can share your own answers. If they say they like movies, you can say, "I like movies too." This helps to keep the conversation flowing. If they like to read, you can ask, "What books do you like to read?" This will help you talk more and learn more about them. Another simple question you can ask is, "Do you like traveling?" People love to talk about their trips. If they say, "Yes, I love traveling," you can ask, "Where have you been?" Or, "What's your favorite place?" This keeps the conversation interesting. You can also ask about their family. For example, you can ask, "Do you have any brothers or sisters?" Or, "How many people are in your family?" These questions help you learn more about the other person's life. You might hear answers like, "I have 2 sisters," or "I have 1 brother." You can then share something about your own family too. Talking about work or school is another easy way to keep a conversation going. You can ask, "What do you do at work?" Or, "What do you study?" If they work in a store, you can ask, "What kind of store do you work in?" Or, "What do you sell?" If they study, you can ask, "What are you studying?" Or, "Do you like your classes?" These questions help you learn more about their life and what they like to do. It's important to ask questions that people can answer easily. If you ask, "What's your favorite type of music?" Or, "What kind of movies do you like?" you will learn a lot about their interests. People like talking about things they enjoy. If they like the same things as you can talk more about them. You can also ask, "Do you like sports?" If they say yes, you can ask, "What sports do you play?" Or, "What team do you like?" This will help you talk more and learn about each other's hobbies. If they don't like sports, you can ask about something else, like, "What do you do for fun?" Or, "What's your favorite hobby?" When asking questions, be sure to listen carefully to the answers. If the person says something you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask them to explain. You can say, "Can you explain that, please?" Or, "I didn't understand." Can you say it again? This is okay and will help you learn more. Asking about the weather is another easy way to talk. For example, you can say, "It's a nice day today," or "It's raining a lot today." The other person might say, "Yes, it's nice," or "I don't like the rain." If they say something about the weather, you can reply with something like, "I like sunny days," or "I prefer the rain." When the conversation is going well, you can ask deeper questions. For example, you can ask, "What's your dream job?" Or, "What do you want to do in the future?" These questions help you learn about someone's goals and hopes. It might be something like, "I want to be a doctor," or "I hope to travel the world." Sometimes people might ask you questions too. Don't worry if you don't know the answer. Just give a short, simple response. For example, if someone asks, "What do you do in your free time?" you can say, "I like to watch TV," or "I like to play video games." This is a good way to share a little about yourself. If you don't know how to answer a question, it's okay to say, "I'm not sure," or "I don't know." You don't need to have an answer for everything. The important thing is to keep talking and share what you can. You can also ask, "Do you like food?" This question can lead to many interesting answers. People might say, "Yes, I love food," or "I like to try new foods." Then you can ask, "What's your favorite food?" Or, "What food do you like best?" These types of questions help the conversation stay fun and friendly. If the other person says something interesting, ask more about it. For example, if they say, "I love going to the beach," you can ask, "Where do you go to the beach?" Or, "What do you do at the beach?" This helps the conversation stay lively. Another way to keep a conversation going is to ask about their favorite place. For example, you can say, "What's your favorite place to visit?" Or, "Where do you like to go on weekends?" These questions let you learn more about the other person's favorite places, and it might give you ideas for your own trips or activities. When you ask questions, it's important to be friendly and polite. People like talking to others who are kind and who listen. So, when you ask a question, be sure to smile and show that you care about their answer. Remember, asking questions is one of the easiest ways to keep a conversation going. It shows that you are interested, and it helps you learn more about the person you are talking to. The more questions you ask, the more you will learn. And with time, you will feel more comfortable speaking English. Keep practicing asking simple questions. The more you talk, the better you will get at it. Chapter 3. When you talk to someone, it's important to know how to respond. Your answers show that you are listening and that you want to keep the conversation going. Responding in a simple way is a good start. If someone asks, "How are you?" you can say, "I'm good, thank you," or "I'm fine." These are easy answers that people understand. You can also ask, "And you?" to show interest in how the other person is feeling. When someone tells you something about themselves, it's nice to respond with something friendly. If they say, "I like playing soccer," you can reply, "That's great. I like soccer too." This shows you are paying attention, and it keeps the conversation moving. If someone tells you something about their work or school, you can show interest by asking more. For example, if they say, "I work in a hospital," you can say, "That's interesting. What do you do at the hospital?" This keeps the conversation going and helps you learn more about them. When someone tells you about their family, you can ask more questions. For example, if they say, "I have 2 kids," you can reply, "That's nice. How old are they?" People like talking about their families, so this is a good topic for conversation. Another way to respond is to share something about yourself. If someone says, "I love to travel," you can say, "Me too. I have been to a few countries." This helps you connect with the other person and makes the conversation feel more natural. When someone talks about their hobbies, you can ask, "How did you start doing that?" Or, "What's your favorite part of that hobby?" These questions show that you care about their interests and want to learn more. Sometimes the conversation might be about something like the weather. If someone says, "It's really hot today," you can respond by saying, "Yes, it's so hot. I hope it cools down soon." Talking about the weather is easy and something everyone can talk about. When you want to agree with someone, you can say simple things like, "I agree," or "Yes, that's true." For example, if someone says, "I think the beach is beautiful," you can reply, "I agree. The beach is so relaxing." This shows you are listening and that you share their opinion. If you don't agree with something, you can still respond politely. For example, if someone says, "I don't like pizza," you can say, "Oh, really? I love pizza, but that's okay." You don't have to agree on everything. It's okay to have different opinions. The important thing is to be kind and respectful. When the conversation is about something you don't know, it's okay to say so. If someone says something you don't understand, you can say, "Sorry, I don't know what that means. Can you explain?" Most people will be happy to explain things to you. Asking questions helps you learn more. Sometimes, people might tell you a story or talk about something personal. It's important to listen carefully. You can show you are listening by saying, "That's interesting," or "Wow, that sounds amazing." This makes the other person feel good about sharing their story with you. If you want to tell your own story, start with something simple. For example, you can say, once, I went to the beach and saw dolphins. Or, I remember when I visited my grandmother. Telling stories helps you connect with people and keeps the conversation lively. When someone asks you a question, make sure you answer politely. If they ask, "Where are you from?" you can say, "I'm from Japan," or "I'm from Brazil." Then you can ask them the same question, "Where are you from?" This keeps the conversation going. If you don't know how to respond to a question, take a moment to think. It's okay to pause for a second before answering. If you need help, you can ask, "Can you say that again, please?" Or, "I'm not sure what you mean. Could you explain?" When someone talks about their feelings, it's important to be kind. If someone says, "I feel tired today," you can say, "I understand. I feel tired too sometimes." This shows you care about how they feel. Being kind helps build a good relationship. If someone says something funny or tells a joke, laugh or smile. If you don't understand the joke, it's okay to ask, "Can you explain the joke?" People will be happy to explain it to you. You can also ask about the future. For example, if someone says, "I'm going on vacation next month," you can ask, "Where are you going?" Or, "That sounds fun. What are you going to do there?" Asking about the future helps the conversation continue. Another way to keep the conversation going is to talk about your plans. You can say, "I'm going to visit my friend this weekend," or "I'm planning to watch a movie tonight." Sharing your plans makes the conversation more personal and helps you connect. When the conversation is over, be polite and thank the person for talking with you. You can say, "It was nice talking to you," or "Thank you for the conversation. Have a great day." This leaves a good impression. If you feel nervous or shy during a conversation, that's okay. Everyone feels like that sometimes, especially when learning a new language. Just keep practicing, and you will get better. Remember, responding in a conversation is not about speaking perfectly. It's about sharing your thoughts, listening to others, and being kind. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Chapter 4. Talking about your interests is a great way to keep a conversation going. It helps people learn more about you and can lead to fun and interesting discussions. The good news is, you don't have to know many big words to talk about what you like. Just keep it simple and share what you enjoy. One of the easiest things to talk about is your hobbies. Hobbies are activities you enjoy doing in your free time. For example, you can say, "I like playing soccer," or "I love reading books." When you talk about your hobbies, you let others know what you enjoy, and it can help you find things in common. If someone says, "I like cooking," you can ask, "What do you like to cook?" Or, "Do you have a favorite recipe?" This shows that you are interested in their hobby and keeps the conversation going. You can also share your favorite recipes or foods. For example, you could say, "I love making pasta," or "My favorite food is pizza." If you like sports, you can talk about your favorite games. For example, you can say, "I like playing basketball," or "My favorite sport is tennis." You can also ask the other person if they like sports. You could ask, "Do you play any sports?" Or, "What's your favorite team?" People who enjoy sports usually like to talk about their favorite games or players. If you like watching movies or TV shows, you can talk about that too. You can ask, "What's your favorite movie?" Or, "What kind of movies do you like?" If they share their favorite movie, you can say, "I love that movie too," or "I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out." Talking about movies is an easy way to connect with others. Everyone watches movies, so it's a topic that everyone can talk about. Music is another great topic. If you like music, you can talk about your favorite songs or singers. You can ask, what kind of music do you listen to? Or, do you play any instruments? If someone says they like a certain band, you can say, I like that band too. Or, what's your favorite song from them? Music is something that brings people together, so it's a great way to keep talking. Another way to keep the conversation going is by talking about books. If you like reading, you can say, I love reading books about mystery, or I enjoy reading science fiction. If the other person likes reading, you can ask, what's your favorite book? Or, do you have any book recommendations? Talking about books helps you learn about what the other person likes to read and may give you new ideas for books to read yourself. If you are interested in traveling, that's another good topic to talk about. You can say, I love traveling to new places, or I want to visit Italy someday. You can ask, where is your favorite place to visit? Or have you traveled to any other countries? Most people love talking about their trips and the places they have visited. You can also talk about places you want to visit in the future. If you like animals, you can talk about pets. You can ask, do you have any pets? Or, what kind of pet do you have? People who have pets love talking about them. You can share stories about your pets, or ask how they take care of their pets. Talking about animals is always a fun topic, and it's something most people can talk about. If you enjoy learning about new things, you can say, I like learning about different cultures, or I enjoy trying new foods. You can also ask, what's something new you've learned recently? Or, what's something interesting you know about your country? These kinds of questions help you learn more about the other person's interests and experiences. Talking about food is another easy way to connect with others. You can ask, what's your favorite type of food? Or, do you like to cook? If you both like the same kind of food, you can share recipes or talk about the best restaurants. You can even talk about food from different countries. For example, I love sushi, or I enjoy Mexican food. This is a great topic because food is something everyone enjoys. If you like nature or the outdoors, you can talk about that too. You can say, I love going hiking, or I like spending time at the beach. If the other person enjoys the outdoors, you can ask, what's your favorite outdoor activity? Or, have you been to any beautiful parks? Talking about nature and outdoor activities can lead to interesting conversations about places to visit or things to do outside. Sometimes, it's nice to talk about the seasons. You can say, I like the summer because I love the warm weather, or I enjoy the winter because I can go skiing. Asking questions like, what's your favorite season? Or, do you like cold weather? Helps you learn more about the other person's preferences. If you enjoy arts and crafts, you can talk about that too. You can say, I like painting, or I enjoy making things with my hands. You can ask, do you like drawing or painting? Or, what kind of crafts do you do? Arts and crafts are great topics to talk about if you enjoy being creative. Talking about your interests helps build friendships. It allows you to share what you like, learn from others, and connect over common things. It's important to listen carefully to the other person's answers and share your own thoughts as well. The more you practice talking about your interests, the more comfortable you will feel. It's also a fun way to practice English. Don't be afraid to share what you love, whether it's sports, music, food, or anything else. You will be surprised by how much you have in common with others. In the end, talking about your interests is all about being yourself. It helps you connect with others and makes conversations more enjoyable. So next time you meet someone, don't be afraid to talk about what you love. Keep the conversation light and fun, and you will make new friends along the way. Chapter 5. Asking questions is one of the best ways to keep a conversation going. When you ask questions, it shows that you are interested in what the other person is saying. It also helps you learn more about them. The good thing is, you don't need to ask difficult questions to have a good conversation. Simple questions work just as well. If you want to get to know someone better, start with basic questions like, "What's your name?" or "Where are you from?" These are easy questions that help start the conversation. After that, you can ask more questions to keep it going. For example, if someone says they are from a city, you can ask, "What's your city like?" or "What do you like about your city?" This helps you learn more about where they live and makes the conversation more interesting. If someone tells you about their job or school, you can ask, "What do you do at work?" or "What are you studying?" People enjoy talking about their jobs or school because it's a big part of their life. Asking these types of questions helps you understand more about what they do every day. You can also ask about their family. If they say, "I have 2 brothers," you can ask, "What are their names?" or "How old are they?" These questions show that you are interested in their family. You can also ask, "Do you have any pets?" People love talking about their pets, and it's an easy topic to keep the conversation going. If someone mentions their hobbies, you can ask questions like, "How did you start doing that?" or "What's your favorite part of your hobby?" This helps you learn more about what they enjoy doing in their free time. People like to talk about their hobbies because it's something they are passionate about. Another simple way to keep a conversation going is by asking about their plans. You can ask, "What are you doing this weekend?" or "Do you have any plans for the holidays?" These types of questions help you learn about what the other person enjoys doing in their free time. It also gives you more things to talk about if you have similar plans. You can also ask questions about the weather. The weather is a topic everyone can talk about. For example, you can ask, "How's the weather today?" or "Is it hot or cold where you are?" If they say it's cold, you can ask, "Do you like cold weather?" or "What do you do when it's cold?" Asking about the weather is a great way to keep the conversation casual and friendly. When someone shares a story or something personal, you can ask, "What happened next?" or "How did that make you feel?" These questions show that you care about their feelings and want to know more about their experiences. People love to share their stories, so asking these types of questions helps keep the conversation flowing. Sometimes people talk about something they enjoy doing, like traveling. You can ask, "Where have you traveled?" or "What's your favorite place you've visited?" These questions help you learn more about their travels and can lead to stories about interesting places. If you like to travel too, you can share your own travel experiences and ask for suggestions on where to go next. If someone talks about a movie, book, or TV show they like, you can ask, "What's it about?" or "What do you like most about it?" These questions help you learn more about their tastes and can lead to a fun conversation about movies and entertainment. You can also ask, "Do you have a favorite movie or TV show?" This question is a great way to learn more about their interests. When you're talking about food, asking questions can be fun too. If someone talks about a meal they enjoyed, you can ask, "What did you eat?" or "Where did you eat it?" You can also ask, "Do you like to cook?" or "What's your favorite food to cook?" These questions help you learn more about their tastes and can lead to interesting discussions about food and cooking. If someone mentions something new they've learned, you can ask, "How did you learn that?" or "Can you teach me?" This shows that you are interested in learning new things too. People like sharing what they know, and asking these questions helps you learn from them. Another great question to ask is, what's your favorite thing to do in your free time? This question can lead to a long conversation about hobbies, activities, and things the other person enjoys doing when they have time to relax. If you're talking about sports, you can ask, what's your favorite sport? Or, do you play any sports? You can also ask about teams, like who's your favorite team? Or, do you watch sports on TV? Sports are a fun topic because many people enjoy watching or playing them. Asking questions about sports can lead to exciting discussions and help you connect with others. It's also a good idea to ask questions about the future. For example, you can ask, what are your plans for the summer? Or, what are your goals for next year? These types of questions help you learn about what the other person is excited about and what they are looking forward to. People like talking about their future plans because it gives them a chance to think about what's coming up. Sometimes asking why can help you learn more. If someone says they like a certain activity, you can ask, why do you like it? This helps you understand more about their feelings and interests. It's important to ask why in a friendly way, so the other person feels comfortable sharing more. In a conversation, it's important to be polite and show interest. Asking questions helps you do that. It shows that you care about the other person's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. The more you practice asking questions, the easier it will be to have good conversations. So, remember, asking questions is a great way to keep a conversation going. Keep your questions simple and listen carefully to the answers. This will help you connect with others and enjoy talking in English. Chapter 6. Making small talk is a great way to start a conversation with someone, especially if you don't know them very well. Small talk is easy, friendly conversation about simple topics. It doesn't have to be deep or serious. The goal is just to be polite and friendly. One of the easiest ways to make small talk is by talking about the weather. The weather is something everyone can talk about, and it's a good topic to begin with. You can say, it's a beautiful day today, or it's really hot today, isn't it? If the other person agrees, you can continue the conversation. For example, you might say, I like sunny days, or I hope it doesn't rain later. This helps you keep the conversation going and shows that you are friendly and approachable. Another good topic for small talk is asking about how the other person is feeling. You can ask, how are you today? Or, how's your day going? If the other person says, I'm good, you can reply with something like, that's great, or I'm glad to hear that. It's important to show that you are interested in how they feel. If someone tells you they are feeling tired or busy, you can ask, what have you been doing? Or, why are you so busy? This shows that you care about their day and are interested in what they're up to. You can also share something about your day. For example, you can say, I've been busy too, or I had a nice day today. If you're in a place like a store, a cafe, or a park, you can ask questions about the place. For example, how long have you been coming here? Or, do you come here often? If they say yes, you can ask, what do you like most about this place? Or, what's your favorite thing here? This type of small talk helps you learn more about the person's preferences. Another easy topic for small talk is talking about food. You can ask, what's your favorite type of food? Or, do you like to eat out? If they say they like a certain food, you can ask, where do you usually go to eat that? Or, do you like cooking it at home? Talking about food helps keep the conversation light and enjoyable. If they mention a restaurant, you can ask, what's your favorite dish there? If you both enjoy similar foods, you can continue talking by sharing your favorite dishes. For example, I love pizza too, or I always eat pasta on Sundays. Food is a fun topic because it's something almost everyone can relate to, and it can lead to sharing stories about what you like to eat. If you're at a party or an event, you can talk about the event itself. You might ask, "How do you know the host?" or "How long have you been here?" These questions help you learn more about the person and what brought them to the event. You can also talk about the music or the decorations. For example, "I like the music here, don't you?" Or, "The decorations are really pretty." Sports can be another easy topic for small talk. You can ask, "Do you like any sports?" Or, "Do you watch any sports on TV?" If they say they like a certain sport, you can ask, "What's your favorite team?" Or, "How long have you been watching it?" Sports can bring out exciting conversations, especially if you both enjoy the same sport. If you're in a place with a lot of people, like a park or a market, you can ask, "What brought you here today?" Or, "What do you like to do when you're not working?" These are simple questions that help keep the conversation going. It's a good way to learn about the person's interests and also share something about yourself. Talking about travel is another great way to make small talk. You can ask, "Have you traveled anywhere recently?" Or, "Do you like traveling?" If they say yes, you can ask, "Where did you go?" Or, "What's your favorite place to visit?" Sharing travel stories can help you learn more about the person and gives you both something interesting to talk about. If the person mentions their work or school, you can ask simple questions about it. For example, "What do you like most about your job?" Or, "What do you study?"